Hello everybody, welcome to the Creative Arena. Today's tutorial I will be showing you how to create a mobile app like footer menu on your WordPress website using Elementor. This is what we're talking about. This is it. This is the mobile app like footer menu we're talking about. This is how it will appear on your website, and if you should use a live simulator like so, this is what you will get. You can see how beautiful it appears, how beautiful the menu appears, the footer menu appears. And then you can set links here where you click on it and it take you to the various pages. We'll show you how to achieve that. And the good thing about this tutorial is I will be showing you how to achieve it both on Elementor Pro and the Elementor free version. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive in. Okay, for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll be making use of the Elementor Flexbox container. In order to activate that, you go down to your dashboard, go to Elementor settings, you go to experiment, and then you click on you go down to Flexbox container, and then you set it to active, and then you activate this. So once you've done that, you come down and then you edit this, edit with Elementor. This is the free version. Mind you, this is Elementor free version we are using. This is Elementor free version. As you can see, they're telling us to upgrade. As you can see, this is the Elementor free version we're using to achieve our mobile app like footer menu. So you can see our website doesn't have that. When you come to the responsive mode, you go down to the mobile mode. You can see we don't have that on our website. We don't have it on our website. So not to worry, we're going to achieve it. Now the first thing we're going to do is go down, scroll down, and then you click on this, and you either you use this or you use this, any of the structures. Select this structure, and then we'll set it to full width, and then we'll go here, and then we'll toggle this, and then we set the right 15 pixel 15 pixel to the left also. Once we've done that, let's turn on our navigator so that it will make things easier for us to know where we are and be able to edit what we want to edit. Alright, so we'll title this the mobile container, and then the next thing we do, we hit this plus icon, and then we drag in another container into it, this container, and then this container will do is set and justify content, to set it to center, and then we set the gap between the element, we set it to 10 pixel, and then we set the direction to this horizontal, that's the row. And then the next thing we're going to do is hit on this plus icon, and then we're going to add icon box. We're going to add this icon box, and we won't be needing this, the text, we won't be needing this, and then we're going to name this home, and then the icon. So we're going to use font awesome solid. We're going to search for home. Okay, this is the icon. Now we've set that. The next thing we're going to do is going to styles. Let's style the icon. First off, we're going to style the icon. Let's use the color red. I'm gonna use the red color, red light color. Yeah, this. And then we're going to set the icon size to 25 pixel. Then we'll come down to content. We'll set the content color, the title color. We'll set the title color to somewhat black. Yeah, this color is enough, 111. And then we'll go to the typo. We'll set the typo. Make sure the typo aligns with the typography you're using with your website. We're using I think the Roboto. We're using the Roboto, so and then we'll set the font size. We're going to set the font size to 12 pixel. Let's see the font we're using here. Sorry, let's see the font we're using here. Poppins. We're using Poppins. So let's edit this and let's set it to Poppins. Let's set this to Poppins. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to reduce the space between the icon and the text. We're going to set it to 0. Alright, this is looking good. So next we're going to set the icon width. We're going to set the width to inline auto. I'm going to set it to inline auto, and then we're going to add some padding. Let's say 10 pixel up, say 10 pixel up, and then 10 right, and then 10 left, like so. Right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate it 4 times. Yeah, I've duplicated it 4 times. Okay, so what we'll do next is we're going to edit the icons and set the various icons accordingly. Next icon we're going to set to change this to profile, and then we're going to make use of font awesome solid, and then we'll search for user, and we'll use this user. Okay, and then the next this we're going to edit this, and we're going to set this to projects, and then for project icon, for project we're going to use the pen icon. Let's say pen, let's search for pen. Yep, this we're going to insert it, and then next is the contact. Yeah, the contact we're going to use, set this font awesome solid, and then we'll search for envelope, and then we'll set this. Yeah, so now the next thing you do, you at the bottom of the icon, each of the icon box, you set the link you want to take your users whenever they click on it to. Yeah, for the purpose of this, we'll be setting it to hash, but you can set to whatever link you want. You can set it to whatever link you want. So we'll just set it to hash just to activate the link. Okay, and then that we are done with that. As you can see, we're almost done. So before we move, let's change the background color to somewhat off-white. So we're going to edit this mobile container, and then we're going to change the background color. We're going to change it to somewhat off-white, like so. Yep, this looks good. So the next thing we're going to do in this same mobile container, we're going to make the container responsive. So we're going to turn it off on desktop and turn it off on tablet, so that it shows only on mobile. Then the next thing we're going to do is that, as you can see now, if we scroll up, it doesn't go up. If we scroll down, it doesn't go up. It's just the way it is. Now the next option for us is for us to set it to sticky, to make it so that it's fixed at the bottom. So when we scroll up, it goes up with us, and when we come down, it comes down with us. So in order to do that, we're going to write a tiny bit of CSS code. We can't do so here because we are using the free version, so we can't add the CSS code here. But not to worry, there is a way we can achieve it. So to do that, first of all, always remember to hit on this green button to update your settings, your edits, or your edit, to save your edits. Okay, now that we've saved our edit, what we'll do next is that we'll go down to our dashboard, and we'll come down to appearance, and we scroll down. We scroll down to customize. Scroll down to customize. So on the customize, we're going to add our custom CSS here. We're going to add a tiny bit of CSS code here. The code will look like this. We're going to create a CSS class, but say dot mobile, and then we're going to say position. We're going to set it to fixed, and then we're going to say bottom. We're going to set it to 0 pixel, and then we've saved it. Remember, this is our class, so to do that, to implement that here, what we'll do is that we'll come down to the layout and we'll scroll down to CSS class, and then we'll just add mobile, and then we'll update it. Mind you, it still won't work because we haven't refreshed our Elementor page builder. So when we refresh this, our changes will take effect. Okay, we've refreshed it, and then now we'll go to this. You can see our changes have taken effect. This is it. It's as simple as this. Now, as you can see, if we scroll down here, you can see it's a bit faint. So in order to fix that, always remember you will need to come down here and then you set your z index. Just increase your z index so that it appears above other elements. So we set our z index just to 10, and then that is done, as you can see. Yeah, this is it. You can see. Yep, everything is set. First off, let's reduce some space. Yep. Yeah, we've reduced some space because it was a bit too spacey. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah, so you can see this is how you can achieve it using the Elementor free version. It's how you can achieve it using the Elementor free version easily. So we save, update our settings, and then we are good to go. Everything is done. We've done that using the Elementor free version. So the next we're going to do is we're going to achieve this same thing using the Elementor Pro version. Alright, so as you can see, we've installed the Elementor Pro version. So in order to achieve the same thing we achieved using the Elementor free version, all we just need to do is first off, let's just turn on our navigator here, so to ensure that we are on the right container. Now click on this container, and then the first thing we're going to do is we won't be needing any form of CSS classes, as we won't be writing any code to achieve this. Elementor already provides us with a feature that we can manipulate to our advantage and then achieve it easily, and within a couple of seconds we are done. So the next thing we're going to do, we'll increase the z index to 10 as usual. Then the next thing we're going to do is going to use this positioning. We're going to change the position. We're going to set it to fixed, and then we're going to go down and set the vertical orientation to bottom. You can also set it to top, as you can see, and then you set it to bottom. So once that is done, you are done. There is no need for you to write any form of CSS code. Mind you, on the Elementor Pro version, you can write your custom CSS code in the Elementor. No need for you to go to the customize tab of your theme and then set your custom CSS there. You can just write the same code here and still achieve the same thing. So next thing, you just hit this green button and update it, and then you are good to go. You're good to go. You can see it looks beautiful. Alright, now that you now know how to achieve this mobile app like footer menu for your website, now the next thing I want to show you is how to tweak it a little bit to make it look fine. You can still leave it the way it is, but this is just an extra knowledge that you can use depending on, and it also depends basically on your design structure, your design layout. So what we're going to do now is that uh, we're going to tweak this a little bit and then try to make it look, more unique. So what we'll do is right here on this mobile menu container, we just edit, we click on edit, and then we'll go to the style. Then on the style, we'll come down to the border. We're going to add some border radius to it. So first we're going to unlink this, and then we're going to add 40 to the top and then 40 to the right. You can see this is what we have now. You can see. So you can also go down to the background and then change the background color depending on the kind of website designs you have. You can change the background color to suit your website design. You can bring it down to this color, you can set it to blue, and then you change the icon accordingly. You can change the icon accordingly. And also another thing I want to tell you is that if there, you can also create the icon box here. You can also create a mobile app like footer menu here without the text, just the icon, because there are a couple of sites out there that just use icons without text at the bottom. So we can also achieve that, and to do that we won't be making use of the icon box. For that, we'll just be making use of only the icon. So we're going to delete this. I'm going to delete this also and this also. So what we'll do is we'll come down here and then we'll search for icon. All right, now we'll add the icon. Okay, this is our icon. So all right, we'll go to style. We'll change our icon color. We'll change the color to red as usual. And then we're going to change the icon size to 25 pixel, and then we're going to go to the advanced mode. We'll add some padding to our icon. We're going to add 20 pixel padding, but at the bottom we're going to make the bottom 10. Yeah. All right, now that we've done that, let's set the appropriate icon for our home. All right, remember to click on font solid and then you search for home. Yeah, this is it, and then we'll add it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this 4 times. We're going to duplicate it 4 times. Yep, this is it, and then we're going to set the various icons, the right icons. So the next icon is the user solid. Yeah, this is the icon we used. Okay, and then the next icon we're going to use is the pen. That's the icon for project. Remember, you can also use whatever icons you choose to use depending on your website design. Always bear that in mind so that you do not have a design that is off. All right, and then finally we're going to add the envelope. Yeah, this, we're going to add this. All right, so you can see this is what we have now. This looks beautiful, very beautiful. So okay, we can also do something here. We just come back to this container, edit this container, and what we'll do is we're going to change the background color. Let's change the background color to black. Okay, and then let's see what we have. Okay, you can see this looks very beautiful. This looks very wonderful. So the next thing we're going to do, we can also add hover effects to the various icons. So when you just hover on it, it changes color. So to do so, we'll come down to icon and then we click, select the hover, and then we change the color to to white. You can even go as far as adding a hover animation, let's say grow. So when you see have this effect to it. So what we'll do now is that we just come here, we right click and then we copy, and then we come to the next, hover on the next, and then we paste style. Paste style. What this does is it pastes the style we've achieved here on each of the following, so to make our work easy and faster. So let's see what we have here. This is what we have. You can see this looks beautiful. So like I said, one thing is to get the knowledge and another is for you to be creative about it. Just like the channel Creative Arena, this is how this channel encourages you to be more creative in your design, so you can do more on your own. So long as you've already have the knowledge on how to achieve this particular structure, you can make it, design it anyhow you want to design it, just to suit your website design. All right, so that will be all for now. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it's very informative for you. If this is your first time on our channel, please do not forget to subscribe and also hit the bell button so you get notified first whenever we upload a new video. And also, if you have any question, feel free to drop your questions in our comment section and I will be glad to assist you in any way. Thank you and see you in our next video. Bye.